Meghan Markle has been kicked out of more rooms than most people have ever been invited into. From hospital galas to royal palaces, from Michelin-starred restaurants to the Met Gala, the list keeps growing. Here are 17 times Meghan Markle was kicked out, removed, or snubbed. Number 9 is the most embarrassing. During their royal tour of Morocco, a red carpet was laid out for Harry to walk on and inspect the Guard of Honor. A formal military moment, not a photo opportunity. But Meghan saw a red carpet, and apparently her brain went into autopilot. She moved to walk alongside Harry and claim her share of the spotlight. But then a staff member stepped in and redirected her to the side. Just like that, Meghan had a brief conversation with the staff member, presumably to explain why she felt the red carpet also belonged to her, but nothing changed. She had to walk beside the carpet while Harry proceeded alone, her face telling the whole story without saying a single word. Some people speculated she was told the red carpet was strictly for royals. Others said she was simply barred as a non-working royal. Either way, the universe had a very clear message for Meghan that day. Meghan showed up to the Children's Hospital Los Angeles Gala with her biggest smile and her best outfit, ready to work the room. There was just one small problem. It was reported that nobody invited her. She reportedly gate-crashed one of the most exclusive charity events in Los Angeles because Meghan seems to think that being a duchess means you do not need an invitation like the rest of us. Staff eventually had to escort her out through a side door. Not the main entrance, the side door.
Did Meghan Markle get kicked off the red carpet at the Children's Hospital LA Gala? Let's put it this way. I've got a clip for you guys, and it doesn't look pretty.
The kind of exit reserved for people who were not supposed to be there in the first place. And if that was not bad enough, reports also claimed she was wandering around taking photos of sick children who were patients at the hospital, not posing with staff, not meeting doctors, photographing vulnerable children at a hospital gala she was not even invited to attend. Some people claim she was sitting with Jimmy Kimmel the whole time and was never escorted out. But here is the thing. Nobody has produced a single photo of them sitting together. This one is very recent. Meghan flew all the way from California with her children for what was supposed to be a historic reconciliation with King Charles. It lasted 47 minutes. She walked in expecting open arms and a warm family moment. Instead, she got a formal meeting with strict boundaries and clear conditions. No photos, no statement, no Instagram moment, nothing. The palace did not even acknowledge that it happened. And when it was over, Meghan was seen leaving Highgrove with disappointment written all over her face. She came for a comeback and left with a 47-minute meeting and a car ride back to the airport.
Meghan Markle felt humiliated on Prince Harry's most recent UK trip, and that the trip turned into a nightmare, forcing Markle and her children to return home to California earlier than they had hoped.
Shortly after the wedding, Harry and Meghan were invited to Prince Charles's 70th birthday garden party. A significant event, a family occasion, the kind of thing you show up to with a smile and make the best of. But Meghan apparently had other ideas. She was visibly out of place and reportedly made no effort to hide it. At some point, Camilla allegedly overheard Meghan saying she just wanted to go home. Camilla informed Charles, and Charles, who had an entire birthday party to host and guests to attend to, decided he was not going to spend his 70th birthday managing Meghan's mood. He walked over to Harry and reportedly told him quietly, "Your car is waiting outside. It is time to leave." And just like that, they said a few quick hellos and disappeared. Meghan wanted to go home, and Charles made sure she did. Probably the fastest anyone has ever been shown the door at a royal birthday party. When Harry and Meghan moved to Montecito, they tried to join the exclusive private members clubs that come with that postcode. They were declined. The ones that eventually let them in later kicked them out. And the reason, according to Lady Victoria Hervey, is simple. Meghan cannot attend anything privately. Every private dinner, every quiet outing somehow ends up with paparazzi outside. Private club members pay a lot of money specifically to avoid that kind of attention. Meghan brings it everywhere she goes. Nobody wants that.
Well, the one place that they were hanging out in LA, they actually, like I heard from people in LA, that they actually got barred.
What happened?
Well, the private members club where they organised to have paparazzi outside in West Hollywood, they're not allowed to go back.
Really? Sorry, a private members club banned Harry and Meghan because they secretly asked for paparazzi?
Yeah.
The Invictus Games were created for wounded veterans. Meghan turned it into a personal photo shoot. The officials eventually had enough. Her demands were reportedly exceeding the actual budget of the games themselves. Special treatment, extra security, hotel upgrades, and constant interference with the program. She was making the event about herself while the veterans faded into the background. Officials eventually showed her the door, and honestly, the veterans deserved better than that.
Meghan Markle has been forced to leave the Invictus Games, axed by Prince Harry after another PR disaster. The reasons behind this are extraordinary.
There is a lot behind the scenes that you don't see and hear about. And that is what I heard about her being told to leave. There were issues with the sponsors and that they did not want her there. There was a big blow up around it. And eventually she just ended up leaving. And I think because it was so abrupt, it wasn't planned.
The 2023 New York paparazzi chaos reportedly started because Harry and Meghan tried to get a free room at the Carlyle Hotel after an awards event. They allegedly asked for a complimentary stay, using Princess Diana's connection to the hotel as leverage. The hotel said no. With nowhere to stay, they ended up leaving the venue without a controlled exit, and photographers swarmed their car. Instead of just paying for the hotel, Harry and Meghan went to stay with a friend. That meant traveling through the city instead of entering a secure hotel through a private entrance. Not long afterwards came the now famous paparazzi pursuit that dominated headlines around the world. Law enforcement sources were blunt about it. They could have simply paid for the room. Instead, they wanted it for free and put people's lives at risk because of it. Before the royal family, before Suits, before the Duchess title, Meghan was a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal, and apparently that was not enough for her. According to reports, Meghan decided the best way to get noticed on a game show was to get a little too friendly with the host, Howie Mandel. His wife noticed. And when a wife notices that kind of thing, things tend to move very quickly. She reportedly pushed for Meghan to be dropped from the show entirely. And when the next season came around, Meghan was nowhere to be found, quietly removed. No announcement, no farewell episode. Just gone.
I think it's him. I think it was Howie Mandel.
That's right, Howie Mandel. Howie Mandel, Meghan zeroed in on him. She was full of ideas. She was sort of, very, very Meghan. And his wife said, sorry, you've got to get rid of her. And he got rid of her because Meghan was using him as yet another stepping stone.
Okay, but you're not saying, you're saying what, she was a bit flirty? Bit flirty?
Very flirty and very suggestive.
And what did Meghan say when people asked why she left? She said the show did not make her feel smart. The show that requires you to stand next to a briefcase and smile did not intellectually stimulate her. Sure, Meghan, that is absolutely what happened. During the 50th anniversary of Charles becoming Prince of Wales, Buckingham Palace held a formal reception. Before the main event, Queen Elizabeth, Charles, William, and Catherine were scheduled to view investiture items in a private room. Only senior royals and their spouses were allowed. Everyone else was told clearly to wait outside. Harry and Meghan did not wait. Video footage shows them already hovering near the entrance before the Queen even arrived. Charles had to physically tell them no, senior royals only. They still did not move. Palace aides and security had to step in and escort them out. The Queen had not even entered the room yet, and they were already causing a scene. The royal box at Wimbledon has two rules. No jeans, no hats. Meghan showed up wearing both. As a result, entry was denied. What makes this particularly interesting is that the last time Meghan attended Wimbledon with Catherine, she also had a hat and was quietly allowed in on one condition. She had to hold it, not wear it. But this time, Catherine was not with her, and without Catherine beside her, the rules suddenly applied in full. No exceptions and no special treatment, just the rules. In 2017, Meghan's handler walked into Le Coucou, one of New York's most exclusive Michelin-starred restaurants, and demanded a private table because Meghan was dating a prince. The maitre d', Michael Cecchi-Azzolina, said no private table was available. The handler doubled down and reminded him she would soon be a duchess. He said his first instinct was to laugh. Nobody in that restaurant cared. Powerful people walked through those doors every day, and a future duchess was not moving anyone to the front of the line. Meghan stood there, silent and aloof, while her handler embarrassed them both. This one has not been officially verified, so take it as you will. But the story goes that during her time at Northwestern University, Meghan joined a sorority and allegedly swapped eyelash glue for super glue as a prank. Multiple sorority sisters used it on their eyes and ended up in the hospital. The sorority kicked her out immediately. The university temporarily expelled her. And her father, the same man she currently ignores completely, reportedly hired lawyers, paid the victims' families, and got NDAs signed to quietly get her back into school. It is unverified, but the internet has not forgotten it. Meghan has spent years trying to convince the world she is a fashion icon, so the Met Gala should have been her crown jewel moment. But when invitations went out for 2026, Beyoncé got one, Venus Williams got one, and Meghan's so-called Hollywood friends got one, but Meghan did not.
Oh wow, Anna Wintour has just banned Meghan Markle and Prince Harry from the Met Gala.
Anna Wintour, the woman who has controlled the fashion world for 30 years, was reportedly behind the decision. The Vogue incident did not help. Meghan allegedly walked in demanding editorial control and her own vision, which is the fastest way to get on Anna Wintour's bad side permanently.
The snub stings particularly hard for the Duchess, who actually had a shot at attending this year's costume art-themed event, given that two of the co-chairs, Beyoncé and Venus Williams, have loose connections to her social circle.
Add the uninvited fashion show appearances, the engineered photo moments, and the reason for this snub becomes very clear. Anna Wintour does not do drama at her event, and Meghan had become synonymous with exactly that. At a public event, Meghan spotted Alexis Ohanian, Serena Williams' husband, and decided right then and there that she needed to go over and hug him. In the middle of the audience, blocking everyone's view, the crowd started shouting at her to move. Even the presenter joined in and told her to get out of the way. Meghan grabbed Harry and they left. Not escorted out this time. Just two people speed walking out of a venue because the audience collectively decided they had seen enough. When Harry and Meghan walked away from royal duties, they were celebrating their freedom. What they did not fully account for was losing everything that came with the job. The homes, the staff, the security, and all the benefits. They were given a very clear order to vacate Frogmore Cottage and not return. No negotiation, no grace period. Pack your bags and leave. King Charles evicted them in 2023, right after Harry published Spare, and the palace has been stripping the place back to its original state ever since. Every trace of them is being removed.
Overnight, a spokesperson for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle saying the couple is being kicked out of their Windsor home, telling NBC News the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have been requested to vacate their residence at Frogmore Cottage.
One of the clearest signs that Meghan's royal chapter was truly over came with the Buckingham Palace balcony. After Harry and Meghan stepped down as working royals, they were no longer invited to appear during future Trooping the Color celebrations. That might not sound like a big deal, but in royal terms, it's huge. The balcony is reserved for the monarch and working members of the royal family. It's one of the most photographed moments of the year, watched by millions around the world. Before Megxit, Meghan had a guaranteed spot. Afterwards, she was completely absent. No wave to the crowds, no family photos, no public appearance alongside the senior royals. The palace didn't leave the door half open either. The decision was clear. Only working royals would appear on the balcony. Just like that, Meghan went from standing alongside the royal family to watching one of the biggest royal events from thousands of miles away.
The Queen has culled the guest list for one of the key moments of her Platinum Jubilee celebrations. Only working members of the royal family are permitted to join her on the balcony at Buckingham Palace, meaning the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Prince Andrew have been snubbed.
At Queen Elizabeth's funeral, one of the most choreographed and precisely planned events in royal history, Meghan was seated far from the senior royals, tucked behind candles and visibly outside the inner circle. Royal funerals are planned down to the exact inch. Nothing is accidental. Every seat placement is a statement. And Meghan's placement said everything the palace did not need to say out loud.
However, viewers were shocked to see that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were relegated to the second row during the Queen's funeral.
She was also excluded from the state reception King Charles hosted for world leaders afterward, because that event was strictly for working royals. Runaways were not on the guest list.
To being seated in the second row at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were reportedly excluded from a state event held at Buckingham Palace. King Charles III hosted leaders from around the globe who had traveled to London to attend the funeral. While Harry and Meghan were reportedly initially invited, the palace later decided that only working royals should be in attendance.
There you have it. Meghan kicked out 17 times and counting. The doors keep closing and the list keeps growing. What do you think? Is there an 18th on the way? Drop your thoughts below and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.